In this episode, we're going to be looking at how to use the paintbrush with the tablet settings. We are so fortunate here to have these awesome tablets, and they give us the chance to work with our tools in Photoshop just like real paintbrushes, and reflect the way that we're holding them and using them with real pressure, just like you would a paintbrush or a pencil or a marker. They're awesome. So when you have the paintbrush selected, and let me just click off for a second so you can see, when you click on the paintbrush over here, and there are other tools under there, so be careful, and let's make sure we get the brush tool. There are lots of different settings that you can have on top here. When you start over here on the left, you don't really need to worry about this far one. Over here, we can adjust what type of brush it is, whether it is fuzzy or completely hard-edged, the size, even the angle, which is pretty awesome to be able to do that. The mode we're going to leave as normal for now. And then over here is the opacity, which means how see-through or not see-through it is. Okay, so let me just make this a little bit bigger right now, just so you can see it really good. Opacity is at 100%. That means that no matter how hard you press with your stylus, it's going to come out full strength. And right here next to it, so you hover over this with your mouse or with your stylus, it says always use pressure for opacity. So that means that no matter how hard you press, it's going to come out solid. But if we depress that, so now it's clicked on, then if you press lightly with your stylus, which I am, and somehow that made my voice quieter, it will be see-through. And as you apply more pressure, it will become 100% opaque, which means not see-through. This is one of the things that I love best about our styluses. That's incredibly difficult to do with a mouse. When we come down here a little further and hover over this one, sometimes it's slow to do this, always use pressure for size. When off, the brush preset controls it. So without this being on, let me just turn this guy off for a second, your brush will maintain a consistent size. But when we turn it on, if I press lightly, my brush gets very small. Let me quickly change colors so you can see a difference in what I'm doing. So if I'm pressing very lightly, I've got a taper going on. If I'm pressing really heavy, I've got a nice heavy line. And of course, obviously, we can do the double whammy and turn them both on. Press lightly and thin and get a nice little taper little line. And then we can press very hard to get the fat line in every combination in between. You can also access these brush settings up here by clicking on this file folder with paintbrushes stacked in it. And here you can really access most of the things that you have over here, plus a whole lot more, which we will talk about in a different screencast. Have fun with your brushes. Peace out.